Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. Before we begin this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new video that comes on board. If you have a topic, if you have a question, if you have feedback, if you have a comment, if you want me to give you my take on any topic, put it in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to help you and more than happy to answer you. If you want to connect with me on social media outlets, by all means, on Facebook, you can search for me by typing in Carlos Flores Jr., Flores with an S. On Instagram and on X and on Threads, you can type in at Back on Basics. On WhatsApp, you can type in at Back on Basics 9985. So, let's talk about let's just talk about how to focus ourselves as we're heading into the new year. I know that some of you, Happy New Year to some of you, counting down to some of you. Some of you are gonna, like for us here in the United States, in this part of the United States, we have we have a few more hours to go before the new year. And so there's celebrations going on. There's different things that are going on, activities pre, during, and post. And so again, right, whatever you want to do, celebrate. But remember, you're still moving the goals that you have not reached or you're still working on, and you're just going to move them forward. You're not going to stop on today and say, okay, I'm going to reset tomorrow. No, just move them forward. Take that momentum and move them forward so that way you'll be able to get to your goals. So that way you'll start the year off with momentum. So that way you can do the things that you want to do. And so I know it's difficult sometimes because it is the holidays. There are a lot of things that we're doing. We're always busy, but we have to carve out a little bit of time so that way we can take care of ourselves. So that way we can take care of others. Like for example, today we went on, I think on a 2.5 mile walk, which was great. And then I did some cleaning. We put away some stuff. I mean, there was a lot of activities going on. The house is cleaned for the New Year's. It's great. And so those activities actually sharpened my mind. And then I started thinking about what am I going to talk about in the longer and the shorter videos. But here's the thing, right? A lot of the times, we're the ones who sabotage ourselves. We're the ones who stop us from doing the things that we want to do or we need to do or we have to do. And you have to understand this, ladies and gentlemen. You're not the only one. I do that myself. And so what I usually do, and I've said this before, is I usually, take a step back. Instead of acting where automatically, I take a step back. I think about what's in front of me or what thing has been done or what people have said. And then I think about it and I process it. And I want to make sure that my mind is sharp. So before doing that, I do a little bit of stretches, a little bit of exercises, right? Because look, what am I doing here? Remember, I'm sharpening my mind so that way I can use all the processes of my mind that I can't. Oh, this is so good. Oh my goodness, that's so good. All right. So then once I'm set, then I start looking at it. I start analyzing because remember, you're the only one that makes a decision on what the things you're going to do because it's based on your life experiences, on knowing others, knowing yourself, knowing your higher power, knowing what things to do, the techniques that you want to do, knowing your goals, and then knowing how to celebrate your goals when you're successful. Because that brings you closure. Remember, I've always said that. Closure is good because your mind, when you have closure, when you say, oh, this is how I'm going to celebrate the end of my goal, the success of getting my goal, of attaining my goal, your brain says, oh, so we're done with that goal. Let's set it aside and let's focus on something else. So remember, your brain, your mind is processing 24/7. I mean, there are times where it's processing less than other times, but most of the time it's processing 24/7. Look, like me right now, I am so full of energy because I'm so excited that we're all going to move forward with our goals. But at the same time, I don't want you to sabotage yourself because of the things that you're thinking of, the negative thinking. When that comes up, you have to process that as well. Not automatic. Remember, a lot of the things that I'm teaching you how to do, that I'm showing you how to do, it's not automatic, because automatic tends to be either negative or tends to be the one that kind of slows you down. So you have to process it a little bit. Do something physical, right? Do something mental. So that way your mind, your body, and your emotions are balanced. And so you have to make sure that you're moving straight through the new year, because that way you have momentum. A lot of us, and I did this in the past, I actually stopped on the 31st, and in my mind, I'm starting from scratch on the 1st. But why? I mean, you have this momentum that you've had for a week, a day, a month, or more, just straight through the new year. I'm not saying that you're not celebrating the new year, because you should celebrate the new year, because it is, right? It's going to be 2025. And so, but what I'm saying is just go straight through. Use the momentum that you've gained before the new year and go straight through, because that'll help you. It will compound. It will build. Remember the example, that little pebble that you let go in at the top of the mountain, snowy mountain, and then the snow compacts and compacts, and the pebble goes from this to this to this to this to this to this. And then at some point, you have so much velocity, that pebble has so much velocity going down that it's unstoppable, just like you will be. You unstoppable. That's what I'm telling you. Do not stop today and say, oh, I'm going to start again tomorrow. No, it's in some of your places, you still have time to do something physical, to do something mental, right? To do something that you want to do or something that you have to do. There's so many different things. Do something. Remember, 3 things that you want to do, 1 thing that you have to do, 3-to-1 ratio. So you can actually move with a focused mind and move into the new year and just keep going. Don't make the mistakes that I used to make in previous years, where I stopped on New Year's Eve and then I said, oh, I'm starting fresh. But the thing is, in my mind, that momentum was gone. The momentum that I was doing before New Year's Eve, during New Year's Eve, I didn't move it forward to the year. I didn't go through. So that's why I'm telling you, learn from my mistakes. And that's one of the great things about these videos. Learn from my mistakes. Learn from different experiences. Learn from different points of views. Remember, you also have your support system. Your support system is supposed to help you get focused. It's supposed to give you different aspects of you doing that, doing the things that you need to do. And again, bottom line, you are the one who's going to make the decision to move forward. So I am telling you, from experience, from past experiences, where I stopped, then I started, and then guess what? Because I didn't have enough momentum, I stopped for good. Don't do that. If you have any goals that you're still working on, that you're gaining that momentum, even if it's a little bit of momentum, just go straight through. Don't stop. Go straight through the new year. Celebrate the new year, but go straight through, because that'll help you get to where you want to get to. It may not be at the beginning of the year, but hey, you sometimes don't know when you're going to reach your goal. Sometimes you don't know what adjustments are needed in order for you to get there. And so, again, don't second guess yourself. Don't sabotage yourself. You can do it. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. It's hard to comprehend, and sometimes fear is right in front of us. But you know what? We need to just use that momentum and just get through that fear and move forward and get to your goals and get to your dreams and have a happy new year. Productive and motivated new year, but a new year. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new video that comes on board. Again, ladies and gentlemen, momentum is such a huge thing. Momentum means that you're motivated, you're driven, that you have so much energy that you just want to just go through. And I recommend for you to go through. Don't stop. Go through the new year and use that momentum to build more momentum so that way you can get to where you want to get to. And believe me, you will see a big difference. Mind, body, emotional balance. Back on Basics.